Welcome to Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Tiffany Brown Bush and I'm helping you through Hump Day. And my passion, my joy is helping superwomen find the solution to living fit and having happy hormones. As a mental health therapist and nutrition coach and adrenal specialist, I really love to help women figure out how to balance their experience around nutrition, around activity, the way that we think, the decisions that we make, and also understanding how we feel. And so, in these Wellness Wisdom Wednesday episodes, I like to just kind of either focus on eating fit or moving fit or thinking fit, or if I can, if it's possible, get into, underlying causes and really how one needs to live fit. So we have a challenge going on, the F for L or Fit for Life challenge. And originally, I presented it as a weight loss challenge, and it's become so much more than a weight loss challenge. Definitely, challengers are losing weight. They're losing all kinds of weight. We've got clients in the challenge losing, 5 to 20 pounds. And it's been amazing to not only find that they're losing the weight, but they're also realizing that they're feeling better. So speaking to challengers now, it's been amazing to me, those of you that were in the previous challenge, how much you've grown in understanding your body's communication with you, understanding that the symptoms that you are experiencing, such as digestive distress, foggy brained, moments or fuzzy brained moments, energy issues, fatigue, lack of sleep, acne, eczema, yeast infections, dizziness, you name it, allergies, sinusitis, whatever it is, that these things were related to what you were eating and that there was a food that you were reacting to. And I applaud you for not just celebrating, the fact that you've lost 12, 15, 20 pounds, but also saying, you know what, I'm glad that I feel better. I want to share this with my family. I want to share this with my friends. I want them to feel better. And now I understand that food is medicine. Food is information. Food is trying to do something for me or against me at times. And I just want this Wellness Wisdom Wednesday to look at this idea of food and sensitivity, or food intolerances, partly because I want to educate the new challengers. Welcome to my new challengers in this upcoming challenge. Explain a little bit about why we care about the foods that are being removed, as well as address the fact that mentor challengers are in the midst of testing the foods that they eliminated, or testing one of the foods that were eliminated, and then just people who are not even in the challenge just becoming aware of sensitivities. Oftentimes what happens is there's a food that does not work for you, and you're eating it and you're having some sort of inflammatory response to it and don't realize that that's what it is. In the least severe experience of this, it might be something like just low energy, right? And some of the more severe occurrences of this, clients will actually have mood issues, depression, anxiety, irritability, anger issues, because foods become that problematic. So food sensitivities or food intolerances are a really big deal, and it's part of why I went through all the training that I did to become a functional diagnostic nutrition counselor, as well as an adrenal specialist through a couple of other programs. So I'm actually trained through multiple programs to work with hormones now, as well as to use food therapeutically, because I believe that it's the underlying cause of a lot of things that people are struggling with, and they were coming to me and to my husband, to Fit for Life, to address. Weight loss resistance. If the body is in the midst of fighting offending foods or offensive foods, it's not focused on losing weight. It's actually having a lot of times a histamine reaction and retaining water, and the body's really struggling with releasing fat. So those of you who are coming into the challenge, we're eliminating these foods to clear out the noise, to allow the body to heal and stop reacting to these foods so that it can lose weight, so that your body can lose weight. Okay, what has happened with some of these foods is that you were eating them when you were younger and you OD'd on them. You did them too much. You ate too much of them, so you overexposed yourself to them. They then became something like a low level allergy because you did it too much. Or those foods are genetically modified. And because of what's in those foods, they're creating problems. A lot of what's happening for clients, though, with almost that immune reaction or severe digestive reactions, the foods became an irritant to the digestive system and actually created a scenario where the permeability of the gut lining has been impacted, and this is called leaky gut. I want you to look it up. It's Googleable. So please look up leaky gut. For the longest time, it wasn't taken seriously at all by the gastroenterology community, and now it's actually being taken quite seriously. I mean, it still has a ways to go, but it is something that is evidence-based and totally being explored, and a number of foods are part of the problem. A number of foods attack or inflame the gut wall. Gluten is one of the biggest offenders. Gluten has a lot of problems. I encourage you to look at the book, which one should I? Wheat Belly is a good one. Grain Brain is another one. Look at those two books, and they get into a little bit of the whole issue with gluten sensitivity. But what ends up happening is the gut wall ends up inflamed over time. Add that to life stress, and the wall becomes permeable. Long story short, things get through the gut wall that never were supposed to get through and end up somehow getting into the bloodstream because of that, and actually impacting the brain-blood barrier. That's the problem. Your body starts to react to these food particles that never should have got out of your gut in the first place. So maybe you ate eggs every day, all day. Maybe you ate wheat products. I'm talking bread, pasta, you name it, on a daily basis. Maybe you OD'd on soy. Whatever it was, that caused a reaction for some reason. Either overdoing it or it just irritated your gut and created leaky gut. So it's really hard to lose weight when you've got that lining impacted. So one of the reasons we pull out all the foods that we do is to allow for the healing to occur and for the body to actually get to losing weight, and for you to stop struggling with insomnia and, like I said, the digestive issues, those kinds of things. Now, those of you who are mentor challengers, you took those foods out. Your body has had 3 weeks, some of you 4 weeks of actually having kind of a clean slate. And now you're going to test to see if one of those offending foods actually creates a sensitivity for you. If it doesn't, and you know what the testing protocol is, if it doesn't, if you do not have any symptoms that are listed on the symptom sheet, then that food can be reintroduced with rotation, which we talked about in the group, and can now be part of your diet. I encourage that with everything except for gluten. Again, the research is really against gluten. I mean, I don't have any problems with bread. Like, I didn't wake up one day and decide I didn't like gluten. This is all of what, the research says. So I'm taking it very seriously. So I'm not encouraging the testing of gluten, but test away. And for those of you, not in the challenge, not testing foods, other than gluten, of course, not testing foods, I just want you to take this idea of food sensitivity, food intolerance, very, very seriously. You can't out-exercise it. You can't out-exercise it. You can lose some weight if you're somewhat inflamed, but you're not going to get very far. So if you are struggling with weight loss resistance, or if you're struggling with all, the symptoms that come along with food sensitivities, I want you to really take seriously this idea of some sort of food in your diet that's not working for you, as well as this idea of leaky gut. Okay? All right, I'm super excited about this challenge. I cannot wait to get it going. I do want those of you who are in the challenge, and then this doesn't really apply to you, those of you who aren't in the challenge, to keep in mind that support is an action word. And, we have made the challenge available just as a result of the purchase of the product. So any of the materials within the group are intellectual property. Please don't, reproduce or distribute the materials. They are for the challenge only in the challenge only. And I definitely appreciate your support. Okay, so express it with what you do as well as what you say, and we will all be moving in the right direction together. All right, I cannot wait to get this going this upcoming Monday. I'm enjoying the prep week and everyone getting to know each other within the group. And those of you not in the challenge, please take this information from Wellness Wisdom Wednesday and the challenge that has occurred and the one that's about to occur and put it to good use. Until next time, live fit.